most awkward Kardashian moments caught on camera.
Just wondering how everyone's doing. Hello, Courtney, have we lost you?
I can't.
Go! Just let go!
My hand got stuck to something. I can't. I really just want to walk.
You don't dance. You don't have any, forgive me, any talent.
But we're still entertaining people.
Do you guys remember the infamous Diddy clip? It was that clip from the show Cocktails with Khloe. For those of you who don't know, it was actually a talk show that Khloe Kardashian would talk to guests and get them to spill the tea going on in their lives.
Well, I know you're known for the parties. When you think of a party or a good time, you think of Puff.
The clip where Khloe was talking about a Diddy party went viral in 2016. It's been making the rounds again, especially with all the Diddy talk going on.
I don't know, you were just at Puff's birthday.
That night was fun because all the girls ditched me.
So, in the clip, Khloe and Kourtney are chatting with Diddy, and Khloe is reminiscing about the good old days. She says, well, you know, you're known for those epic parties. When you think of a good time, it's always with Puff. Diddy just casually replies with, yeah. Khloe then shares a little throwback saying, we've definitely partied with you a few times, and turns to Kourtney. She asks, did you remember Diddy's birthday? Kourtney grins and admits, yeah, I totally forgot about that. That night was wild. Wild? What made it so wild? Were they involved in freak-offs? When I think wild, I think wild. So what wild happened? Were they involved with Diddy? Are they gonna be on the Diddy list? Of course, Khloe wants to know why the night was so unforgettable, and Kourtney spills the tea. It was so fun because all the girls ditched me and I was left just hanging out with the boys. It was me, Kanye, Corey, Tyga, just a chill vibe. Then, a pic from December 2019 popped up showing Khloe, Kim, and Kylie looking all glammed up with Diddy at a party. Diddy rocking a silver suit. The caption was, nothing like a Diddy party. Yeah, I bet. What happened at this party? I need to know. And the moment that happened at Kendall's Billboard Music Awards, Blender, clearly Kendall doesn't care about boy bands. She had a major slip up while introducing a band in front of a live audience. This happened to Kendall Jenner at the 2014 Billboard Music Awards. She was supposed to introduce the Australian boy band 5 Seconds of Summer, who are so loved worldwide. But instead, she called them One Direction. Boy band fans would have had an absolute heyday. Oh my God, what would we have done if their favorite boy band was misrepresented? I'd say it's one of the worst things that can happen in history. So to try to save face, she said, guys, I'm sorry, I'm the worst reader. Well, at least she's great at chopping cucumbers. To make things even more awkward, Billboard claimed it was all because of teleprompter issues. So they had Kylie and Kendall come back the next year to introduce Kanye West. That didn't go so well either. The audience booed them, and Kendall ended up bailing on the press interviews because she didn't want to be grilled about her dad's recent transition. She left her sister Kylie in the dust to fend for herself. Kylie later vented to Kim about Kendall ditching her. She was supposed to do the interviews with me. I was looking around for her. She wasn't there. I didn't know what to say. The sisters eventually patched things up, with Kendall promising and apologizing, saying next time we'll communicate better. Oh my gosh, how could we forget Kim's earring tantrum? Kim was savagely pushed into the ocean by her man at the time, Kris Humphries. Kim's now ex-husband, Kris Humphries, tossed her into the water, and she completely forgot to take off her diamond earrings, each worth $75,000. She freaks out when she realized one's gone, and the meltdown that followed was almost too much to watch. Her sister Kourtney's deadpan response was amazing and hilarious. But I mean, seriously, if she acted like it wasn't a huge deal, people would be calling her spoiled. I would probably cry my eyes out if I lost a $50 earring, let alone $75,000, gosh. The earring was eventually found, but Kim's reaction has lived on forever as a meme. In a 2017 special, Kim defended her meltdown, saying, I see Kourtney's point now, but people don't just get how much those earrings mean to me. She added, I worked really hard for those and I've since upgraded them. But I honestly feel for her. Jewelry becomes sentimental. Also, Kim always has an excuse for why she does the things she does in the media. She's pretty good at that. When Rob drank some special coffee, it was crazy. This one is pretty hilarious and awkward. So back in 2009, Rob Kardashian got himself into a pretty funny situation after drinking a cup of coffee that, let's just say, had a little extra kick to it. Rob had grabbed a cup that Kris Jenner had made for Bruce, who later transitioned to Caitlyn Jenner, but it turns out this coffee had something special it mixed in. Viagra. Yep, you heard that right. So Rob starts feeling some pretty weird side effects, and Kris had to come clean to Bruce, saying, I think Rob accidentally drank the coffee with a little male enhancement in it. I'm cringing for everyone involved. A lot of fans were speculating that the whole thing was staged. Who knows how much of this was made up for TV, said Tracy Egan Morrissey from Jezebel. But even if it was totally fake, that just makes it crazier that they'd go along with a storyline like that. The time that Scott was getting put under the microscope at dinner. Scott Disick, Forever the troublemaker, forever one of my favorites. Back in 2017, during a Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode, Scott made the big mistake of bringing a female companion along to a family dinner in Costa Rica, despite being in an on and off relationship with Kourtney. The dinner was awkward enough without his little guest, but things escalated quickly as Khloe realized what was going on. Scott, feeling the heat from the family, said it's pretty obvious everyone knows something's up. No kidding. When the tension boiled over, Kourtney called Scott out for being horrible in front of their kids and family, but Khloe, being Khloe, decided to toss a glass of water at Scott to show him what's up. And honestly, the whole scene was pretty legendary in its own way. Barbara Walters told the Kardashians they have no talent. Now this one was legendary in a whole different way. Back in 2011, the Kardashian family made it onto Barbara Walters' list of most fascinating people, and the interview was awkward from the very start. Barb, not exactly a fan, asked the family, Kim, Kourtney, Khloe, and Kris, about how they became so famous, bluntly stating, "You don't really act, you don't sing, you don't dance, you don't have any, forgive me, any talent." That was a bit much, wasn't it? Khloe's never one to back down. She fired back right away saying, "None of us think we have talent," and Kim added, "It's a challenge to get people to fall in love with you for just being you." No matter what Barbara thought, the Kardashians definitely found a way to stay in the spotlight, talent or not. I'd say Kim has a pretty awesome talent of coming up with some witty comebacks when people try to put her down. Kim's stepbrother and their awkward confession. The Kardashian family tree, it can get a little bit confusing, but here's the key point. Brody and Brandon Jenner are Kim Kardashian's stepbrothers, not her blood relatives. While this makes things a little less weird, it leads to some pretty cringy moments. During the family's 2014 trip to Thailand, things took an awkward turn. Brody walks in on Kim taking photos in nothing late at night. And the next morning, over breakfast, Brody casually tells Kris he liked what he saw. Gross. Then Brody decides to tell a secret. He reveals that Brandon and Kim smooched before they were officially step-siblings during a game of Truth or Dare. And that's pretty uncomfortable. Oh, but wait, Brody's not done. In the following episode, he decides it's a good idea to wear nothing on Kim's bed and wait to be discovered. Kim is clearly not amused, and she jokes, "This is so gross, I do not want to see you," before adding, "Hopefully this just puts an end to this really awkward game." When Kim was in vacation on Thailand, the family went ziplining. Kim Kardashian had another cringe-worthy moment this time. When it was her turn to soar through the trees, Kim got cold feet and asked her sister Khloe to go first. Khloe was unfazed. She goes ahead, but Kim's nerves only got worse. Despite Bruce Jenner's advice to man up, Kim has a full-on meltdown, ending up in tears. She caused quite a scene when the local ziplining instructors told her it was a one-way ticket. Kim later tried to explain herself by saying, "It's really crazy because when you become a mom, every decision you make is just different. Like I'm thinking, do I really care to do this when I could be with my daughter?" Entertainment Tonight called her out for using the mom card to justify her tears, pointing out that this wasn't the first time Kim used a tactic to get out of something on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And then there was a viral news rant. In 2015, Good Day Orlando news anchor John Brown surprised viewers when he walked off set mid-broadcast in protest of the endless Kardashian coverage. After being asked to discuss Kylie Jenner's new pet rabbit, which she named Bruce, John lost it. "I'm having a good Friday and I refuse to talk about the Kardashians," he ranted, storming off screen. "I've had enough of the Kardashians. I can't take any more Kardashian stories on this show. I'm sick of this family. I can't take it anymore. It's a non-story." The clip quickly went viral, forcing John to clarify his comments the next day. "My thing isn't with the Kardashians," he explained. "I don't have a problem with them at all. I've never seen the show. My thing is from the media standpoint. We feel like the public wants to hear about it, but it's just too much." Well, do what the public wants, John. The moments before Tristan Thompson stepped out in his relationship. Tristan Thompson has been accused of doing wrong to Khloe Kardashian several times. And there's photo evidence. There's videos and eyewitness accounts backing everything up. But it wasn't until February 2019 when rumors surfaced that he did it again with Kylie Jenner's best friend, Jordyn Woods. This is when things really hit the fan. Jordyn initially denied this, but eventually admitted that she smooched Tristan. The Kardashian family quickly severed ties with her on social media, and she was excommunicated from the clan. Meanwhile, season 16 of Keeping Up the Kardashians was filming, so viewers had to watch Khloe declare her love for a man who had already did her so wrong again and again. Watching Khloe act so happy in love is truly awful, said Cosmopolitan in its review of the season opener. Things get even worse during Khloe's on-camera interview when she muses, "I have come to a place in my life where I am super comfortable." Jimmy Kimmel's weird basketball question. In 2019, Khloe Kardashian made an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, and Jimmy decided to ask a question that really put her on the spot. He straight up asked, "Is it time to stop dating basketball players?" That's an awkward moment. Khloe kept her cool, but it was obvious she wasn't thrilled with the question, understandably. She tried to brush it off with a smile, saying, "I don't know, I like what I like. What can I say?" But Jimmy didn't stop there, and he pressed her even further, asking if she even liked basketball, and that only made things even more uncomfortable. Cosmopolitan, other outlets pointed out how visibly uncomfortable Khloe looked, making it one of those peak awkward TV moments. Kourtney was frozen on live TV. In 2016, Kourtney Kardashian had one of her most awkward moments ever while on live TV. She appeared via satellite on the Australian talk show Today Extra, and when her co-host David Campbell asked about Kim's incident in Paris, Kourtney completely froze. She went silent with no apparent connection issues. This left viewers puzzled about what was going on. It was a strange moment that Kourtney's sister Khloe later shared online, making fun of the fact that Kourtney was too stunned to speak. There was a moment when Kim was explaining her fame to North. Kim Kardashian's rise to fame is inseparable from the infamous leaked tape, something that the Kardashian family has tried to shield their children from as much as possible. In Keeping Up with the Kardashians, season 16, Kim's daughter North started asking about the paparazzi, wondering why there were always photographers outside their home. Kim was clearly uncomfortable with the question, and she struggled to explain her fame without addressing the tape. To get very technical, "My name is Kim Kardashian," she started, "and Daddy is Kanye West. Daddy is a singer, performer, artist. Mommy has so many talents I can't even begin to name them." It was a moment that made fans cringe, knowing that Kim couldn't exactly tell North the whole truth about how she became famous. But I also think it's super cute that Kim has this comical side to her.